Grace and peace to you from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ.
Horatio Gates Spafford was born in New York in 1828, but it was in Chicago that he became well known for his clear Christian testimony. He and his wife Anna were active in their church, and their home was always open to visitors. They were blessed with 5 children and considerable wealth. Horatio was a lawyer and owned a great deal of property in his home city. Not unlike Job in the Old Testament, tragedy came in great measure to this happy home. When 4 years old, their son Horatio Jr. died suddenly of scarlet fever. Then only a year later, in October of 1871, a massive fire swept through downtown Chicago, devastating the city, including many properties owned by Horatio. That day, almost 300 people lost their lives, and around 100,000 were made homeless. Despite their own substantial financial loss, the Spaffords sought to demonstrate the love of Christ by assisting those who were grief-stricken and in great need. 2 years later, in 1873, Spafford decided his family should take a holiday in England. Horatio was delayed because of business, so he sent his family ahead, his wife and their 4 remaining children, all daughters, 11-year-old Anna, 9-year-old Margaret, 5-year-old Elizabeth, and 2-year-old Tanetta. On November 22nd of 1873, while crossing the Atlantic on the steamship Ville du Havre, the vessel was struck by an iron sailing ship. 226 people lost their lives as the ship sank within only 12 minutes. All 4 of Horatio Spafford's daughters perished, but remarkably, Anna Spafford survived the tragedy. Those rescued, including Anna, who was found unconscious floating on a plank of wood, subsequently arrived in Cardiff, South Wales. Upon arrival there, Anna immediately sent a telegram to her husband, which included the words, "Saved alone, what shall I do?" Receiving Anna's message, he set off at once to be reunited with his wife. One particular day during the voyage, the captain summoned him to the bridge of the vessel. Pointing to his charts, he explained that they were then passing over the very spot where the ship had sunk, where his daughters had died. It is said that Spafford returned to his cabin and wrote the hymn, "It is well with my soul," there and then, the very first line of which is, "When peace like a river attendeth my way." Horatio's faith in God never faltered. After Anna was rescued, Pastor Nathaniel Weiss, one of the ministers traveling with the surviving group, remembered hearing Anna say, "God gave me 4 daughters. Now they have been taken from me, but someday I will understand why." Naturally, Anna was devastated, but she testified that in her grief and despair she had been conscious of a soft voice speaking to her. "You were saved for a purpose." She remembered something a friend had once said, "It's easy to be grateful and good when you have so much, but take care that you are not a fair-weather friend to God." In August of 1881, the Spaffords settled in Jerusalem. There they served the needy and helped the poor, cared for the sick, and took in homeless children. Their desire was to show those living around them the love of Jesus. Circumstances of life will always confront us, but God's grace enables His children to touch the heart of the Father. May God teach us that whatever our lot, we can still say, "It is well with my soul."